Well, unless you've been living under a rock, by now you've probably heard about an outrageous comment made by ministers in the Maldivian government targeting Lakshadweep, India, Prime Minister Modi and Indian tourists all in one. Now here's the story of what actually happened. Over the weekend, Prime Minister Modi posted some pictures of his when he had visited Lakshadweep, talking about what a great experience it is. Now, for no clear reason, ministers in the current Maldivian government decided to attack those pictures, saying that there is no way Lakshadweep can compete with Maldives as a tourist destination. It didn't just stop here. Some of those comments were clearly racist, xenophobic, and one of those comments even talked about the smell in rooms after Indians stay in them. Clearly unacceptable. What followed was a huge backlash and a demand that these people be condemned. The Maldivian president has now suspended 3 ministers. The Maldivian ambassador has been summoned in New Delhi for an explanation. And meanwhile, there has been an outpour of comments from celebrities in India saying that they are going to look at Indian islands instead. Even business personalities like Adar Poonawalla, Ease My Trip has suspended all packages to Maldives, Radhika Gupta, all have come out in support of tourism in India. Now, here's where you need to bring in some context of why this is important. Just in 2023, at least 2 lakh Indian tourists visited the Maldives. We are one of the top nationalities in terms of tourists coming into a country who is highly dependent on tourism for revenue. By some estimates, as high as 40% of the country's GDP comes from tourism. So why would Maldives bite the hand that feeds it? Considering that India is a large neighbor that also gives protection to Maldives in terms of defense. Well, the context is important, and here you have to understand that the new Maldivian president, Mohamed Muizi, is supposed to be or believed to be closer to China than to India. In fact, he's due for a state visit to China in the next few days, and one of his pitches before coming to power was to reduce India's military presence in the Maldivian islands. Having said that, they have now apologized and are trying to backtrack, realizing it was a big mistake. But even as now there is a push to visit Lakshadweep and tourism in Indian islands, just a word of caution. While we promote tourism in all of these beautiful places in the country, we have to make sure we do it in an environmentally friendly way and not destroy the local beauty like Maldives has done. We should learn from that lesson.